What's up? What's going on? How y'all doing? How y'all feeling? What's up, my peeps, my peoples? Please like, comment, subscribe, share the video. It'll be greatly appreciated. Let's get down to the situation. We got a whole bunch to talk about and a whole bunch to get through the situation. But first of all, what is really going on? When it comes to Wendy Williams, it's just like, story after story, allegation after allegation when it comes to Wendy. What's going on? Like, come on, Wendy, what is happening? Like, now the blogs are reporting that, Wendy Williams is basically missing. She's not going to her appointments. Her friends don't know where she's at. They don't know where she's located. Like, what is happening? OMG. Like, this is like the worst case scenario when it comes to like rumors and allegations about your life that could be true, could not be true. Now you got rumors out here that Wendy Williams has a big podcast deal and she's basically doing what it do, baby, and she's gonna shock us all. But yet now you have, Radar Online, you have OK Magazine, you have, the other what is the other one? Daily Mail, The Sun, and also other blog sites reporting that Wendy Williams' friends had contacted the blogs and basically to let people know that Wendy Williams is out here missing, that they want her to bring her back to New York. They want Wendy back in New York so they can basically keep a watchful eye out on her, because out there in Florida where she's at with her ex-husband, his fiance, his baby mama, and her son, Kevin Hunter Jr., her friends are saying that she's not showing up to doctor's appointments. She's not showing up to these appointments that she has booked. And basically, they have not spoken to her. And then you also have Debmar Mercury and also her former staff members saying that they haven't spoke to Wendy. They haven't talked to Wendy. Like, what's going on? Like, it is so much happening. It is so much going on with Wendy Williams. Lord have mercy. Like, damn. Like, is this woman okay? Is she all right? Do we we need to put an APB out on Wendy. Can you speak? Can you talk? Are you okay? Are you all right? Because we worried about the situation. We don't know what's happening. We don't want you to end up broke, up in a hospital somewhere in a nursing home and nobody can find you and all that other good stuff and basically having subpar care and subpar help. Like, what's happening? Like, what's really going on? Like, it's just so much. First, Wendy Williams fires all her staff members and she's hiring new staff. Wendy Williams has a podcast deal worth $100 million. Wendy Williams is suing, NBC. She is suing, Debmar Mercury, production is distributing company, because basically she was fired and she didn't want to be fired. All these things are being posted and being said, but we don't know what is coming from Wendy. Wendy, new Instagram, she posts that nobody should be speaking for her when one of, her rep was hired by the network and also the production company, basically spoke on Wendy's behalf that she was okay and she was willing to pass the torch and she understand where Debmar Mercury is coming from. So what's going on? Like, what y'all think about this situation? Like, what's really happening with Wendy? What's really going on? You know what I mean? Now she's living up there with Kevin Hunter. Now she's with Kevin Hunter and all this other stuff. She won't speak to nobody but Kevin Hunter and her son, Kevin Hunter Jr. So what's going on? Wendy Williams makes $15 million a year doing her show, and count out how many seasons that this show's been on, and she can't access her money. Can she access her money? Does she even understand like what is going on? Like, like, this is crazy. Like, we're really watching like some crazy ish go on with Wendy Williams' life. Like, we don't even know if she's captive, if she's okay. You know what I mean? If she's handcuffed to the bed, and basically her accounts are being drained because allegedly her former, financial advisors basically out here saying that Wendy Williams, is not capable of making decisions. And this is why the bank froze her assets. So what is going on, y'all? Y'all tell me what y'all think about this situation. Like, this is crazy. I mean, this is crazy for real. Like, what's really happening? Y'all are like, it seems like somebody's about to steal everything that Wendy owns, everything that Wendy has, everything that she done worked for, everything that she done sacrificed for. It seems like she's gonna be left with a penny. Nothing, baby, because there's so many deals, so many organizations, so much portfolio she has, so many back end deals that she probably has with the network, with the production company, with Denmark Mercury, and she probably have masters on a lot of different things that she still get, residuals for and things of that nature. It seems like all that is going to be taken. She has the ring line, the jewelry line. She has a lot of different things that's out here, and it just seems like, Wendy, why ain't you talking to us? Why ain't you speaking to us? Can you speak? Can you talk? Are you really suing? Because the last word is that Wendy is out here and she's going to sue the network. Okay, but now you got the bank saying that she ain't stable, she ain't coherent, and she's being robbed blind. So who is trying to take all her money? Is Kevin Hunter trying to help her, or he trying to take it away? Y'all tell me what y'all think about this situation, because there's a whole lot going on. I'm like, what is happening to Wendy? Now, according to Wendy Williams' friend, Wendy is not happy, and she basically is disappearing because the last thing that she had was her show. This is what OK Magazine is basically reporting, that the last thing that she had was her show, and that's it. And then basically it been taken away from her from Sherri Shepherd. So therefore there is a problem. There's a situation where Wendy basically went on hiatus. She ran away. Where'd she run to? Where is Wendy running to? Wendy got to carry her cell phone. She got to have some. How is she spending money if her accounts are frozen? Like, where is she? Like, what's going on? Y'all tell me what y'all think. What's up, my peeps, my peoples? Peep Squad is in the building, baby. What is happening? Like, I'm really frustrated. I'm frustrated with everything that's going on with Wendy. Like, this is crazy. Yeah, they say she has a Spotify deal. That's a Spotify deal. But how could she have a Spotify deal when they're saying that she's crazy, she's not coherent, she lost her mind, she has Alzheimer's and all this other stuff? We can't prove, if Wendy's actually talking. We can't prove if Wendy's actually, posting from that Instagram. We don't know if it's Wendy or not. We don't know what's going on. The production company, Denmark Mercury, is basically saying that they haven't spoke to Wendy, they haven't talked to her, and they saying that she fired all her people. And it's like, I don't know, maybe Wendy does have a deal going on. But right now, the latest report on Wendy Williams as of today from all the major blogs, when it comes to, OK Magazine, when it comes to Radar Online, and also when it comes to, where is it? It's another one. I'm like, what? Page 6 too as well. When it comes from Page 6, I'm like, what is going on, y'all? What is going on in this situation? Are we watching them rob Wendy blind? Is Wendy being robbed blind? That's the question. And basically her friend allegedly spoke to these, publications, and basically said that Wendy was at her last straw, at her last ends with the situation, with Sherri Shepherd actually taking over her time slot and taking her spot, baby, that she ended up disappearing after that big announcement that the former distributing and production company of the Wendy Williams show made the announcement that Sherri Shepherd will be taking over and form, and it will be called The Sherri Show. Y'all tell me what y'all think about this situation. I'm like, Lord, like, what is happening? Like, what is really going on with Wendy? Like, this is crazy. Like, y'all tell me what y'all think. And Sherri Shepherd, and basically her friend, is telling these publications that she is not feeling Sherri Shepherd taking her spot. She's feeling betrayed. She's feeling hurt. But how is she feeling traded? If she's feeling betrayed, she's feeling hurt, she's feeling backstabbed. If all that's the case, why is the bank holding on to her money, saying that she's not coherent, and they still have not released her funds? She still haven't got her money from the bank. You know what I mean? Like, what is going on? So hopefully, I don't know if every single one account is frozen. Now they're saying that she's missing. Where's Wendy running to? Where's Wendy walking to? Like, what's going on? Who, like, yo, this is so much fugazi-ish going on with your life, Wendy. We need you to make clarity of the situation. You can make clarity of the situation, give us clarity of the situation without, fumbling any deals or any lawsuits that you may have going on. Because now the new story is Wendy is suing, the network. She is suing Denmark Mercury. She is taking them to court because basically other people that have been fired from their job has taken the network to court. Like Chris Cuomo, he's actually suing the network for $60 million, and another celebrity actually won $60 million. So now you have that. So basically we don't know if Wendy's okay. Like, yo, she might not even be on this earth and we won't even know it. You know what I mean? They could have a private funeral service for Wendy. We won't even know it. And then they tell us that she passed away this time and all her money and everything that she got is gone. Because all these rumors, all these allegations with Wendy Williams, what's next? The next thing is RIP. Like, what's going on? Like, this is crazy. What is happening? So you guys let me know what you think. What's up, Gucci? What's up, Monique? How you doing? What's up? Love you too. What's up, Rainbow Rain? Like, yo, what's up, Jordan? How you doing? And she's the money bag now. She is missing. Nothing better not be wrong with Wendy. She has too many people. She has too many people after her money. You facts about that situation, facts about her image, facts about everything that Wendy does own and does have, because there's a lot of things that we don't even know that's in Wendy's financial portfolio, all types of things. We don't know what she owns, what back end deals that she's getting for old stuff, and things that she has done in the past, anything where she's receiving back end, she's receiving residuals for, where it can be transferred to somebody's name. We hoping and we praying that when it comes to her son, Kevin Hunter Jr., that basically, he's doing right by his mother. But at the same time, his father is going to be there to guide him and show him what to do, especially if things are happening the way that they are happening, where he needs to step in. And you have Wendy Williams that hired her, ex-husband's, lead attorney, but Wendy Williams did know the lead attorney, Miss Thomas, represented Wendy 2 years before Kevin Hunter and Wendy Williams divorce. So it's just so much going on. Like, what is really happening? Like, I'm really afraid that we're going to hear RIP. We're going to hear something, because they keep with all these stories where, you don't know if Wendy's coherent, and you don't know if she's not coherent. Now they're saying that she's missing. She's running away. Her friend, basically. So what are you saying? So, and if she does have a deal, with a podcast, basically what this is going to do is mess up that deal. Because one thing is for sure, an insurance company have to be able to insure you to be on set, to be in a studio, and actually to film, just in case anything happened. This is why sometimes we don't see people return to shows when they actually do something that is off the chain. Excuse me. And Wendy having her health issues and addictions, it's hard for, people to probably insure her. What I would think, a podcast will be really good, you know what I mean? Because basically she'll be in that lane, where, what's his name is in that lane. I can't even think of his name right now. I haven't talked about this guy in a long time. Howard Stern. I haven't brought up Howard Stern name in so long. OMG. So, Howard Stern took over that lane as far as XM radio or whatever, the radio station that you have in your core. And maybe this is a type of deal that Wendy is working on. But at the same time, how can we believe that she's working on a deal when now she's missing? She's not coherent. She can't control her money. The bank got her money. Is the bank trying to rob her if they're trying to take her money? Because Wendy Williams' new attorney or new lead attorney is basically saying the reason why Wells Fargo is holding on to Wendy Williams' money is because, Wendy was going to remove all her accounts from Wells Fargo. So at this point, somebody got to come in and take action and protect whatever Wendy has left that has not been, stolen. Okay. Because this is crazy. Now, this lady's missing. They don't know where she's at. And then her friends are trying to get her back into New York. So what are they saying? That it's dangerous for Wendy to be in Florida with her son and with her father and her former ex-husband. Like, if anybody should be helping her, because, Kevin Hunter is like the Damon Dash, and this type of situation, like Damon Dash was for Rockefeller. You know what I mean? Making the deals, cutting the business deals, making sure everybody get the right type of money, negotiating, all them things of that nature. Like Suge Knight as well. You know what I mean? Once upon a time ago. Okay. So y'all tell me what y'all think about this situation. Wendy out here missing, y'all. Like, this is crazy. Like, yes, it's a tornado right now. Yes, it is. What's up, LA? How you doing? What's going on, fam? What's going on, sister? Hey, what's up, Jordan? Why can't folks see what's going on? The video with her son on the beach was very telling. Don't believe one word of folks saying she is suing Wendy is seriously checked out, sending her prayers. Amen. That's what I'm saying. I got the video right here. I already played the video multiple times, and you can tell that that video is not recent of Wendy, actually, saying anything. That's not recent because a lot of things were in past tense. So therefore, we already know that that's not the case right now. And so if someone released the video from Wendy Williams' Instagram account and basically saying that that's Wendy Williams, and basically making it look like she's okay, she's fine, and nothing is going on in the situation, then you gotta step back and wonder, like, why would you put that misinformation out that she's okay and everything's fine? Because baby, it don't look that way. So so what's happening? Like, it don't make no sense. Basically is trying to tell people, oh, that she's okay, basically giving that false pretense that everything's all right with Wendy. That's what that video stands out to me and says that, okay, if you listen close to the video, it'll tell you, that that ain't your girl. That's from like 2001. I mean 2021. I said 2001. Something happened in 2001 that was recently, you know. And they're saying that she's not feeling Sherry Shepherd. Like, so, who is put, like, to me, is the family, and is, the network putting out information. It's the people that are putting out this information about Wendy. They're trying to take from Wendy, in my opinion. They're trying to rob your girl, rob her of everything. That's what it seems like, for real, for real. Like, so they're saying that Wendy is missing now. Like what? Like, what is happening? Like, this is just way too much going on. Like, yo, like, something just really ain't right out here. Something is really, really bad, and it's like a awful situation. And when we get the rest of the news, it's gonna be bad. Hopefully it's not. Hopefully, Wendy's just sitting watching all these stories and she ain't paying it no mind, or whatever the case may be. Because maybe, with her lawsuit with the bank, with her, or trying to get her funds released to her, and basically have her son as power of attorney, which he is, but the bank won't release the money to her son. Her recent attorney, her new attorney, Mrs. Thomas, is basically saying that Wendy Williams, went down to the branch of Wells Fargo and basically tried to tell them that she was okay, and they didn't believe it. And some people are saying, oh, they're trying to steal her money. So you got a whole lot going on in this situation, for real. And yes, this is the video. The video, to me, like, the language in the video is old. So why would you put a video out that is old when all these rumors, the allegations going on with Wendy Williams? So it's like, it's trying to be deceptive, trying to pull the wool over people's eyes. And then at the same time, it's just like, you don't know what's going on with Wendy. Like, this is just all crazy. I mean, like, what? And it's like, none of this stuff is, just none of these things is it just doesn't seem real. Like, we're watching something happen to Wendy Williams. We're watching Wendy Williams, disappear from our eyes, disappear from media, when she loves media, when she loves all that other good stuff, when she loves everything of that nature, when that's a part of her social media, and she can't say one word, she can't give us no clue that she's all right, because these stories are getting worse and worse by the day. We're not even talking by the week. We're talking about by the day. These stories on Wendy Williams is getting worse. With this, this dude spoke for Wendy, Howard, Bragman, and Wendy said this is a lie from her Instagram. Then he goes, who's running her Instagram? Because I had FaceTime with her. So have you guys talked to her? Because basically you have them saying that they haven't spoke to Wendy, her representative, and people from the network and her staff saying they haven't spoke to Wendy, they can't talk to her. But yeah, he's saying that he's seen her on FaceTime, and so therefore he made the statement. And then when he was called out by his statement, Howard, that was posted to Instagram, Wendy's Instagram said, no, baby, I didn't say nothing. But we don't know if anything is coming from Wendy. I believe nothing things coming from Wendy at all. Not one thing coming from Wendy. And I don't know why they're saying that whoever's putting the story out that Wendy's not happy with Sherri Shepherd. What does that entail? You know what I mean? Wendy haven't been to work in months. And they're saying Wendy's close friend is saying that, from all the publications, is that Wendy feels betrayed by Sherri Shepherd. She feels like she was stabbed in the back and she was only supposed to be filling in and not taking on her spot. But then if she's coherent and everything is working well with her, she will understand what's happening, what's going on, that she can't return to work. Okay. So why would that come out that she's hurt by Sherri? She doesn't support Sherri. You know what I mean? So that's another situation. And also it almost seems like it's setting up Sherri to fail, because if Wendy Williams is not supporting this move and she's not supporting Sherri Shepherd taking her spot, allegedly, if anything is coming from Wendy. And now you got the court documents and everything sealed. So if anybody want to make any deals in Wendy Williams' names and do anything in Wendy Williams' name, right now it has not been proven that she is of sound mind, or if she's not of sound mind. So right now, all types of shit might be going on with Wendy and her finance and her names, and who knows if she's coming forward, if she's coming back, or if she's not coming back. Hopefully that she is. But I don't think anybody will be happy with anybody replacing them, especially if they wanted to come back. And especially if this friend is basically reporting to the blogs today, the publications, Page 6, Radar, and OK Magazine, and The Sun, reporting that Wendy is devastated about the show. Then what is the $1 Million Podcast about? You know what I mean? So it's just so many different stories that don't make no sense, y'all. She needs to get rid of those people around her. Somebody. Thank you so much, LA. I appreciate that. Hey, what's up, Lavender? Black Lavender, what's going on? It is so much happening. Yeah, this is scary because, who is there? I can't understand why police can't go do a welfare check on her. I don't know. They could have, and, but people failed to go to the police because maybe they did call the police, but, when you have money like this on the line and you have a legacy on the line, and then on top of that, you have things that we don't even know that Wendy's name is on, that probably people want to get a hold of. You know what I mean? So what's up, Gucci? How you doing? 77. So I'm just like, oh man, like this is just outrageous for Wendy. Like this is like, oh my goodness. This is just way too much. And then, if she's of sound mind and she chose, to deal with Kevin Hunter, I totally understand that. But if she's not of sound mind, to me, I believe that maybe, if her son is power of attorney, so therefore, Kevin Hunter Sr. is definitely going to be involved to make sure he guide his son the right way, get the right deals, and make sure he's not being taken advantage of. So at this point, we don't know who is the real bad culprit in the situation. So her accounts being frozen, her money being on hold until they can declare that she's okay. And hopefully, like, they have a doctor in the courtroom and she comes there and they run a test on her. But that doesn't mean that that's actually, if the powers that be want to take what she got, that's one thing, because they can make money, the next generation, off of Wendy, her old clips, old radio shows, and put them all together. All types of things that can be sold, and they can basically make money off of Wendy Williams, whether she's here, whether she's not here. What it entails is, where would the money go? So it's just like unfortunate that, we hear about stories like this back in the day. To see something like this transpire today, Wendy, we're going to need you to speak. We're going to need you to talk. We need some reinsurances out here. And Sherri Shepherd, she's caught in the crossfire because the stories out here in these streets is that Wendy ain't supporting you, Sherri, that Wendy believed that you backstabbed her. So therefore, the Wendy Williams audience and her peoples, might not be coming through to watch you. So that shit can sell. Hopefully it doesn't. And people are already saying that she bet not say how you doing on her new show. People are already requesting for Wendy Williams' Instagram to be taken down and put Sherri Shepherd up there and stop using Wendy's name and her picture to promote this woman that she's not supporting. So people are already taking sides in the situation about how they feel about this whole situation when it comes to Wendy Williams. Yeah, the husband's just sitting back. Yes. You know what I mean? Like, we don't, hey, what's up, Norris? Tell me, how you doing? What's up? The Empress, how you doing? She's hiding. Besides, she's going through a lot right now. Yeah. I hope, shit. I just hope she's all right. I just hope she's all right. I hope she knows what's going on. Hope she's not being taken advantage of and being used. Because I'm guarantee you, Wendy don't want no money to go to that woman, Sharina Hudson. That's for sure. That is for sure. That is for sure, point blank, period. So we shall see. And Kevin Hunter Jr., he's 21 years old. So how much do he know? You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? So of course his father's going to have to step in. Of course he's going to talk to his father about the situation. But I don't know about Sherri Shepherd. So this is like one of them situations where why they keep feeding all these stories about Wendy. Like, this is crazy. Wendy wasn't even talked about this much when she was on TV and walking around. Like, it's every day like a new scenario. She got a $1 million deal. She got a secret podcast coming. Okay. Oh, she's scared about the show. She wants to still be on the show. She don't support Sherri Shepherd. They're freezing her accounts. Wendy's saying they shouldn't freeze my account because I have gave them no reason. And the reason why they're freezing my account is because my former financial advisor was fraudulent and upset because I was going to remove my money from Wells Fargo. So therefore, they want to penalize me and punish me. So you got that situation that the lawyer said, and a statement basically speaking for Wendy, but we haven't had anything authentic that has been authenticated that is actually Wendy and it's actually in the present time as of February of 2022. So, lift her up in prayer, baby, because, this is a modern day big time robbery if it is, and we don't know who really got Wendy back. We're going to pray and hope that it's her son, but at the same time, daddy's coming in to assist him and help him. Is he doing it genuinely? Does he have good intentions, or is his intentions to take what he feels that is his, but he lost because they divorced and he cheated and had another baby and moved on? They're saying Wendy is shacked up in Kevin Hunter's house. Maybe she needs help. Maybe they trying to take her out of here. Maybe he's helping her. We don't know, because the last thing that we heard in the summertime, Kevin Hunter was taking shots at Wendy Williams, basically talking about, I told you health is wealth. And people were saying that he was taking shots. I can't say, wholeheartedly that Kevin Hunter was actually taking shots when he posted to his Instagram. I tried to warn him. I don't know if he had Wendy in the actual post. That would be, I can't remember. So I can't say 100% he was taking shots at her, but everybody thought that he was taking shots at her, including me. But I don't have the original post right now because I wasn't even going to talk about that. But in any event, health is wealth. I told you about diet and all this other stuff. And so now we see Wendy, he said that like not this almost a while ago. And so now we see Wendy drinking her juice, eating the healthy salad and all that other good stuff. So is he taking care of her? Is he her savior? You know what I mean? Or is he her kryptonite mother sucking night? I wanted to say the other word so bad, y'all. So I can say he's not genuine. I don't trust husbands and sons. I said that over a week ago. I'm just so tired of this shit. Like, come on, Wendy. Wendy, you can just upload. You can just get right on. I know the Instagram account, the YouTube account that she has, it might be under the business name. So we have her Instagram, and she's not posting nothing to her Instagram that's relevant to her being okay. A lot of people on social media are saying like they want her to stand next to a recent show, or stand next to a clock, stand next to a phone that shows a date and time, or stand next to a newspaper or something that can, so Yes, they are open. Um, they are open. Yes, they are. LA, they are open. They are open. So if you guys want to call in, and thank you for that, LA, I appreciate that because I did not mention, I didn't put the number on the screen. But if you guys want to call in and talk about the Wendy Williams situation and tell me what you think or what you have put together or what do you think your thoughts are. I just think that somebody's snatching a lot, and I'm afraid that it ain't right. And who's to say that her son's not being taken advantage of? Who's to say that they're pulling the wool over his eyes as well? And then Wendy having a power of attorney at this time and point, and she can't even access her money. That's something going on. Because I wish a mother effer would pause my accounts. I'll be down there at the bank with my phone protesting right outside. You'll be hearing me talking about they're taking my money, they're robbing me blind. This is not fair. I have bills to pay, all types of stuff. I'll be talking like, yo, what's up? What's up? I'll be up here on my YouTube channel, my Twitter, my Instagram, talking about they robbing me. They taking my money for no reason. I worked hard for that money. I did everything that I had to do to take care of my family, and I worked hard. Wendy should be out here saying this is a modern day robbery, out in the open, out in the public. We don't hear nothing. We don't hear Wendy saying, please tell him to release my money. That's what celebrities usually do. You know what I mean? She might be a different type of celebrity. Hey, Gucci, thank you so much. I appreciate that super chat. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Much love to you. I appreciate that. So we're not getting any of that. Wendy hasn't even given us a whiff or a hint that she's okay. So this is what bothers me. You know what I mean? And I know Kevin Hunter been there from the beginning with Wendy. You know what I'm saying? So he understands everything. And maybe everybody around her is trying to take. And maybe maybe he's the only person that can save the day, or maybe he's the one, with some bad intentions. Because one thing I remember when I first started covering this show, and Charlemagne had started his podcast on YouTube, and Charlemagne was basically giving it to you. The video's already uploaded on my channel, but I don't know the name of the channel, but it should be under Wendy. You know what I mean? Just type in Wendy. But Charlemagne said, like, yo, I hope Wendy get away from this dude. I hope Wendy gets some help, because Wendy's gonna end up sick, and or something could be put in her food and she won't have control of anything. And he basically said he don't trust Kevin Hunter. And you guys know Kevin Hunter and Charlemagne of God had a back and forth. But this is what Charlemagne had said almost 2 years ago at the beginning, when people was accusing, Charlemagne having an affair with Wendy Williams. And then Kevin Hunter was, talking to Tasha K, giving out information. Then their relationship went sour. And then Kevin Hunter basically talked a whole lot about Charlemagne. But Charlemagne had put out a warning on his podcast that's on YouTube, basically saying, Wendy, get out of there. He gonna end up taking everything. That's what Charlemagne said almost 2 years ago. I don't know if it's true. All this is allegedly. This is for entertainment purposes. We're trying to just make sure a black sister, our sister, that worked hard, that her money's not robbed and stole from her, like we have known of entertainment artists from back in the day. And still today, there are artists that are out here on the shade room complaining about their deals, complaining about not getting their money, complaining about not getting paid. So this is what, this is entertainment purposes. We just looking out for us, sister. There's people been watching Wendy Williams for generations after generations. And I know that she has said some things and did some things that made people go, but stealing her money, y'all. Stealing everything, So yes, the phone. Also, we're gonna move on from this situation, but the phone lines is open if you want to speak on, Wendy Williams, and tell me what you think about the situation. But baby, keep her in prayer and keep your stuff in prayer too as well. Sherry Shepherd, good luck in the situation. But baby, it seems like the audience of Wendy ain't feeling you. They're bringing up your whole past and everything. So y'all need to get Wendy on board. Let us know she really happy. But her people saying she's not happy with you, Sherry. It ain't your fault, Sherry. You just stepped into the situation. But Wendy people said that you backstabbed her. Okay. So moving on from that situation, let's get to Snoop Doggy Dogg. Dog pound, dog. Let me stop. I got problems. So let's get to Snoop Dogg. So Snoop Dogg is out here doing too much. He smoked smoke. I don't know what he was doing recently, but not too long ago, Snoop was out here doing way too much when these Uber drivers and these DoorDash drivers that deliver your food and things of that nature. Sometimes it could be very, it could be a problem when they don't bring your food or they cancel on you. But in any event, with the situation going down, Snoop Dogg, he took to his Instagram. He got 200 million. I don't know how many, Instagram followers he have, but he posted the guy's name, address, name, and everything, because you get all that information when you order from DoorDash or Uber Eats. And so Snoop was really mad because the dude was like, yo, listen, I don't feel safe, or it looks like a bad neighborhood. And we know Snoop don't live in no bad neighborhood. But in any event, this is the guy you see on screen. It was his information. He said that he was harassed out here in these streets. He said people done came after him and things of that nature. So let's see who we have. Hello? Hello, please tell me your name and where you're calling from.
Hello, MJ. How are you? This is LA.
Hey, LA. It's good to hear your voice. How you doing?
How are you? How's everybody? Hello.
That's LA. LA is in the building. She's in the chat right now. Say what's up to LA, California in the building, baby.
No, I'm LA, but I live in Vegas.
Oh, you live in Vegas. Oh, I said California. Okay, LA. So what is your thoughts on the Wendy Williams situation?
This is my thing, MJ. I want to be very sensible because at the end of the day, even though they're celebrities or whatever, she's still a human being, right?
Yes, sir.
Now, I'm going to give you a little in-depth description of what I feel, right? If you noticed in that interview, the reason I know it's real, that it was recent, I'm going to tell you why I think that, right? Now, if you remember in the beginning, he says, hey, mom, right? Okay, cool. Then he talks to her as if, do you like it here? How often do you come here? As if he's talking to a stranger a couple of times. Like he was kind of coddling her, asking her questions. And the reason I'm saying that is it was almost as if he wanted people who listen to see that she's coherent. However, her responses were weird. Everybody was talking about, oh, she said my mother lives here, my family lives here. This must be an old video. No. If she continues after that talking to the son, telling him about the gym, she goes in and out, and then tells the son that she used to cook before when she lived with her husband and their son. She's telling that to her son. That's in and out. Once in a while, she'll check and she's like, oh, people were worried about me? Because he told her that. He said, what do you want to say to the people that are concerned about you? This can't be an old video. This is now.
Because one thing that made it seem like it... 1 second. When she said that she's 56 and she's actually 57.
Not only that, she's about to be 58 in 2-3 months. And she said it 2 times 56. You check her birthday, in 3 or 4 months, she becomes 58. You cannot make that mistake from I'm about to be 58, I'm 56 2 times. Okay? Then she says, oh, this is real family. My mother, my father, my sister, everybody lives here. Okay, we passed that. Then he tells her, what do you want to tell to the people that are worried about you, that are concerned for you? And then she said, they are? And then she continues. She's in and out. He tells her, oh, so do you like working out? What are you going to do after this? She's like, you know I work out. If you pay attention to the in and out, to me, it's a little bit of Alzheimer or a little bit of senile. I want to use the term senile because I think that's more befitting. Of course, she hasn't lived a healthy life or whatever. What bothered me is if my mom is going senile, I will never coddle her and put her on a public forum to make her look crazy. That's when I looked at the son. I said, he has something to do with this. Then I went back, and I'm not trying to talk too much. I went back. If you remember when Sharina, the affair started, Sharina knew the son knew Sharina existed. So
yes,
it's a lot of, then he wanted to fight his father. The kid is probably confused. We know, he's a kid. He could be influenced or whatever. He's asking her about the weather in Florida when he lives there. He goes to school there. How often is it cold? How is it? Is it like this all the time? Do you talk to like that to somebody that you want to check their vital signs? I'm gonna tell you something quick about me. I had 4 brain surgeries, right? My first surgery, when I woke up, the first thing the doctors asked me, "Hey, what's your name? Who's the president? What's your father's name?" As if he was trying to check stuff like that. I'm taking it too deep because we all grew up with this lady watching her, and she's somebody's mother at the end of the day. And I think it's a lot going on. When the kid came there, I said the kid and the dad, they want to prove that this woman is not right on video. That's how I felt. So I could be wrong. Sending prayers. I don't want to say too much.
But no, that makes sense about the weather that you said. Like, he lives there. Why is he asking her for the weather? Basically asking her questions to let people know that maybe it is
not only the weather. He asked her, "Do you come here a lot? Is the weather like this all the time?" He's been in college there for a couple of years. Then she snaps out and she tells me, "Oh, I pay for his college." Then she comes back, "Oh, I work out every morning." "No, but I was just saying that you." First he asked her, "What are you going to do after this?" "I'm going to go." "You work out in the morning?" She's like, "I do." It's as if she was in and out. And at the end she tells me, "Oh, I can't wait to go back to New York for work." He doesn't say anything after that. Basically saying, you ain't going. That's how I felt. I take it personally because, again, we grew up with this lady, and I don't want to be judgmental. I'm very spiritual. I don't want to say anything to offend anybody. I wish her nothing but luck. But 10 days ago, when Night and Day had it on his thing, I wrote on it. I said, there's a problem with this. Something is not right. The kid and the dad have something to do with this. Something ain't right. And the bank, since I used to work for a bank, bank don't seize your things without your permission. The son has a power of attorney. My thing is, he did something with his father. Now suddenly the father's in the picture. What are we doing?
Because there's supposed to be another company that's attached to the power of attorney, and that's where people think it's a shell company, and they think it's somebody else. But everything is allegedly. This is only for entertainment purposes.
Absolutely.
So all thing we can do is pray.
This is my intake from what we saw.
Yes.
I didn't want to see her as a celebrity, just as somebody's mother. This was my mom, and I feel that my mom is, somebody's mother's getting old. I'm not going to take her on TV or in any shape or form.
Okay, I'm going to ask you to hold for a second.
Yeah.
Okay.
Call.
Please tell me your name.
To send a voicemail.
Okay, they must have hung up.
Okay, I've sent the caller voicemail. Good.
Oh, well, something happened. But in any event, yeah, the video is weird. Her not, so this is why people are saying it's old, because of the age, and her mom's not in Florida anymore. And then your point of view is this video is actually recent, and it's actually like a video to basically, get her to tell information. 1 second again. Let's see. 1 second. 1 second. Please, you gotta
send a voicemail.
Please, can you hear me? Hello, please tell me your name and where you're calling from.
Hi, my name is Daniel. I'm calling from the Bronx, New York.
Okay, Daniel, if you can turn me down in the background because I can hear the echo.
Okay, I got you down.
Okay, thank you so much. Okay, Daniel, please tell me your thoughts. You have joined the conversation with me in LA, so from Bronx, New York. So tell me your thoughts on the situation with Wendy Williams.
I don't feel bad for her because let's think about the time when back in Real Housewives of Atlanta when Andy brought Wendy on to Watch What Happens Live, and so basically Andy asked Wendy, "What do you think about the spinoff for Nene?" And she just trashed me like, "Oh, boring. Who wants to see her? Who wants to watch her do anything?" So, like, she ruined so many lives, and now all of a sudden we're supposed to feel bad for her? Like, think about how many careers Wendy has ruined because of her negativity. And then she went on to say how gay people cannot. She offended that gay people dressed in drag. So like she had a little comment about that too, that we shouldn't be doing things like that. So like she's too like negative, you know. So I think it's her time, like in a way, like I guess God is, you know, making her realize, you know, take care of your health first and stop, you know, bashing other people. And you know, I just don't feel bad for her. I really don't. I mean, it is what it is at this point. You know, it's time for her to go. Give somebody else you know, let Sherry Shepherd take over and bring the positivity into like the world, you know, and stop ruining careers. Because nobody, when she did all that to everybody else, nobody like tried to she didn't try to she didn't feel bad for them, you know. She just talked her the crap, you know, and that was that. Now all of a sudden Wendy's, oh, Kevin this, and she's, you know, her husband left her, and she's been dealing with this for years, and we're still supposed to feel bad for her, we're supposed to bend over backwards for her when she didn't do that for anybody else. And then now Nene was out crying on national television after she said what she said because of Wendy and Andy cutting on her. So Nene was crying as a result of not being on Real Housewives of Atlanta. And now to this day, Andy still won't even comment on Nene. And now we have like a whole season where Nene's not on TV and it's boring because of Wendy. Wendy started. She gaslit with Nene. You know, so it's bad. It's horrible, you know.
All right, I got your point. I hear what you're saying. There's a lot of people that don't like Wendy. There's a lot of people that love Wendy. And there's a lot of people that don't like her. And a lot of people say calm. A lot of people say a lot of different things. But, you know, everybody's entitled to the way that they feel about the situation.
Wendy called Nene that girl over there. And now look at Wendy. Nene's trying to get back up. She was going through a death, like her husband was dying. So of course Nene's gonna be emotional, you know, and then like look what she did to Nene. And then now we're supposed to feel bad for Wendy? Come on. Like she didn't care. She did not care. She carried on like it was nothing. She just kept on talking about her little hot topics and everything while Nene's sitting there in the corner crying because, you know, her husband was dying. At the time, her husband was dying. And then they wanted the season 13 to continue on. And they wanted her to be a villain again against Latoya or whatever. Like Latoya trying to gaslight her too. And she, you know, she even said, "Oh, I'm not gonna continue. Let's try something else. I can't continue to keep being bashed on." And they was like, "Well, listen, like we need to make money. So I'm sorry, but we're gonna try to do it." And Nene wasn't for it. You know, like nobody cared about her. So like, and then and Wendy didn't care about her either. So now all of a sudden, we supposed to care about Wendy, but she's over there doing drugs on the side, and she can't handle her emotions. And you know, come on, if it was anybody else, Wendy would have went ham on them.
I got your point. Anything else you would like to add?
I hope all the bloggers can hear this because they're like, "Oh, Wendy this, Wendy that, so bad for Wendy." But look how many lives Wendy has ruined. She's ruined so many careers.
What career did she ruin though? Tell me that. What career did she ruin?
Well, I mean, what I can think of right now is Nene. Like I really
that career when Andy and Nene got up there and they was on Watch What Happens Live. Nene and Andy was already beefing because Nene Leakes said that he was on drugs. She said a lot of things about him, and she said discrimination. She said he's the one doing this to her. So she came out years before, at least a year before, she had the lawsuit. She was sitting down with the lawyer and everything. So that relationship was already sour before Wendy came in. Andy just went and got Nene to add, you know, gasoline to the fire, but she was already
Wendy was still trying to. Well, Nene was still trying to be a friend to Wendy. Wendy could have kept her mouth shut. Like she just went in and she just put the icing right on the cake for Nene to actually respond. Nene responded. She had it. At that point, you could tell because she was over it. And she was in a mall, and she was like, she said, "Keep your name out of my mouth." She was tired of it.
And then what else happened? What else happened? Wendy was upset that Nene had called her while she was filming and didn't let her know that she was filming. So they had some beef going on between each other that we don't even know about. Beef, and that's why Wendy got up there and did what she did, y'all. What's up, Jordan? Thank you so much.
And then the drag comment. Oh, mention out where he is.
I don't even know why she said that.
She said that.
When she's at the gay parade, I don't know why she said that. She may have felt a way that, you know, that is the way that she felt at that time, and she said, and she got dragged for it. She gets dragged for what she does. She definitely gets dragged. But what I'm talking about is who is stealing her money. That's what I want to know. Who is taking the money? Is it the network, or is it her husband, or whatever the case may be?
Maybe
because so many entertainers, you know, get robbed out here in these streets. But in any event, thank you from the Bronx. What's your name again, Daniel?
Yeah, Daniel.
Thank you, Daniel. You have a blessed night.
You're welcome.
Thank you. LA, you still on? Okay. So in any event, that's the situation. When it comes to Wendy, you're going to have people that don't like Wendy, don't like the things that she said, the things that she did. And so there's a lot of people that are jumping up, dancing and clapping and, you know, happy about the situation and feel like she deserves that. But me, I can't say that. I'm not going to even say like, oh, you deserve that. This is what you get. Because when you talk like that, you already know it comes back to you some type of form or shape. And, you know, I don't have that type of animosity for anybody. Point blank, period. But in any event, we're going to move on to the Snoop Dogg. Thank you, Jordan. I appreciate you. Let me see. Okay. Let me see. Okay, so please call me back because I don't know what I did. I clicked something and I actually hung up. But, you know, when it comes down to, you know, Judge Mathis had an issue with Wendy Williams. Method Man had an issue with Wendy Williams. A rapper had an issue that had passed that was on TikTok. You know, so many people have issues with Wendy Williams, but so many people tuned in. So many people watched it. You know, the network basically made millions of dollars off of her. Millions, probably even $1 billion off of her. So you're going to tell me in depth they're going to continue to make money and continue to take? No, we got to talk about this. Like, this is crazy. Like, you know, because you're watching, this could happen to anybody in their family, especially if you have somebody that may become wealthy. And then this could be something that happened in your family where a family member disappears and they got money and property and things of that nature, and you can't talk to them, and then the bank is freezing their account. You don't know where they at. They're missing. Like, this adds up to a whole lot of things that might even take precedent in history. We don't even know where this is going to go when it comes to Wendy Williams. And, you know, some people, Wendy gave the tea. Wendy dished it out. Either you like her or either you don't. And there's a lot of people that do like her and a lot of people that don't like her. But there's, guarantee you, a lot more people that do like her, because why was she getting $15 million a year? $15 million a year. So if she was getting $15 million, imagine what the production company, imagine what the network was making off of Wendy Williams. So therefore, you know, she worked hard for the money. So, you know, you just want to know, where the hell is this shit going? Where is it? Like, okay, yes, she did this, she did that, but what's going on? Like, we're watching, you know, somebody that's basically craved attention for the moment that she was on TV and talked to the public, just straight disappear. Something ain't right in that situation. And when you talk about humanity, you know, it just makes you like, yo, especially somebody that you're familiar with, somebody you've seen on TV for years, like, yo, this is crazy. This is weird, because this could happen to more people. And this has happened in the past to other celebrities before there was even laws created, inventions and things that Black people made and built, that since they were slaves, you know, they had no right to claim what they built, which, you know, the slave master, the owner, took over their invention, took what they had, and their family didn't get the money, the property, or the recognition at all for it, because they were not considered, you know, human. Half human, you know what I mean? Like, oh, they didn't count. So, it's just you got a lot of corruption going on in this situation, a whole lot. And this is almost like a Law and Order episode. It's almost like, true crimes. Please tell me your name and where you're calling from.
It's me again. We got cut off.
Oh, that was me because I couldn't click over. So, anything else you want to add to the situation, LA?
What I did is I muted myself when the gentleman was talking.
Oh, okay, that's
that
why.
It doesn't create chaos. Yeah. No, my thing is this, MJ. We're not gonna sit here and act like Wendy Williams was Mother Teresa. Okay. At the end of the day, she was doing what she does. Yes, she has done a lot, but they paid her for it, and we all watched. Okay, and we all made her make money. Whoever fed that monster is the audience. All these reality shows, all these, the gentleman mentioned Nene Leakes, Nene, Andy. All these shows are popular for the shit show. Regardless, we're all watching, and they're making their money. Wendy did her job, whether she did it right or wrong. And at the end of the day, it's not our job to judge any human being. This woman is going through something. That's just me. And I understand if somebody can get upset at her or mad at her, take it personal. We can't take it personally. We don't know her. But I also empathize with that gentleman who spoke, who said, she said some things about, LGBTQ. I understand everybody's perception is their reality. In this moment, though, as a human being, we're all human. We're empathizing with her. That's just me. Okay. Again, what if I have $500? If I have $10 million? Bank is a federal institution. Nobody comes and freezes $15 million unless they were able to legally. Okay. So again, power of attorney, click. The way the son did that video, click. A lot of little things that I see, and to me, I don't like to use that word. It's demonic, okay? But us as humans, we just send prayer. It's not our job to judge her. I really wish her the best because we hear about these things. Whitney Houston, all these stories we hear. People are their own demise, but it's sad when you fight yourself already. The world, life fights you. Now your son, Sharina, and the husband, that suddenly the husband is in her life. And the son is showing her off. Like I said, if it was my mom, I would never put her out to even look any cook. The way he was asking those questions. So you love it out here? You like it? Like the questions were very weird. And when she said, I'm taking a break, he said, no, he said, you are taking a break. And then she snapped, this is not a break.
Yeah, and they cut it off.
It
was cut.
People sending you prayers. Really? Like the questions she was jumping on. I used to cook for my husband and my son when we used to live there. You're talking to your son. Also, one last thing I want to say. If I'm, Wendy and her son are very she loves it a lot, right?
A lot.
If Wendy was in her normal mind, when the video starts, hey mom, and she's walking, she's not making eye contact. You don't think Wendy would say, oh, by the way, my son is interviewing me today? If she was in her normal mind? Hey, she's not looking at him. She's walking, eye contact. I have a family member that's been going through dementia and Alzheimer. It's very in and out, She will answer, she will snap back. I'm going back to my show. At that time, it's almost like he gave up. Like, okay, this is nothing. Okay, I'll see you, mom. What show he wanted to say. The weather. How's the weather? Like, I'm taking it a little bit personally because I have family like that, and it's sad because it's public now. At the end of the day, she made money publicly. When you're a public figure, you have to take it all. But we should empathize and be kind, even if we don't know her, because God made all of us. And love, be peaceful. Don't even say one bad word about anybody. That's my opinion. And I wish her nothing but luck. It doesn't look like it's gonna end well, but I'm just gonna pray.
Yeah, it doesn't. Now she's missing. Today she's fucking missing. Oh my God, this is crazy. Excuse my language. Like, yo, this is way too much. Come on. She's missing today? Like, yo. What's the next thing? The next thing is to say...
I'm sorry. It's like, think about it. If you have an autistic son, right? Let's just say you have an autistic son. Are you going to expose him and bring him and ask him questions like that in public? Why would you do that? Why not say, you know what they could have said if they really cared to damage control? How many times celebrities are like, right now they're not feeling well, but this is her publicist, we want you to keep her in her prayers. She's doing well. She's going through something. Couldn't that have just shut it down? Why show something? Why do all that? We already know Wendy's already a little bit cuckoo. You add that to it. It's a lot. It's a lot. Wendy's, the way she was spiraling out, when on her show, the addiction and all that, you could see it at the end. She almost gave up. She didn't care if millions of people watched her when she would come, intoxicated and all that. She gave up. Again, it's a struggle. Even then, the company was exploiting her. Why would you air that? For entertainment, right? For ratings, right? But that's a human being. But again, she signed up for that. That I understand. But the family, I cannot understand that. And Mark, if you go to Night and Day, I think 10 days ago when he posted, I said exactly the same thing. I felt it. It just was not, this is not adding up. Everybody's, Wendy's fine. She's coming. She's talking. She came out. She looks good. She looks good. She's not even looking at the guy with this. Hi, Mom. She's not looking at it. She turns around, talks to him as if he's a stranger. Every word I wrote, I've watched that thing more than 15 times. And I wrote it. Everything she responded, the way she responded. She gave me a little bit of, if you remember that girl on In the House, MJ?
Not really.
With Ellen Cool J.
Okay, yep, Maya.
If you notice Maya, when she was better, she went on Ayala, you could see in and out, I think it's that Hollywood stuff, it's in and out. They'll say stuff, and or that girl Voorhees from Saved by the Bell. You could see a lot of in and out. She gives me that vibe, Don't forget, the woman has been doing all kind of drugs all her life. Issues,
allegedly,
problems, the trauma. Yeah, the husband, the son knowing Sharina. To me, that he knew her. He knew her very well. So he knew that relationship. So he thought that was okay. You know what I mean? It's a lot of things. And I'm not feeling the son. I'm already. I don't care about the father. And now Sharina's in the picture. So God got her at the end of the day. None of us can judge and just hope the best and be the best we can. And sending love to everybody. And I love you, MJ. I'm your number one fan.
I love you too, LA. You take care.
I wish this was a funny topic because I'll be tearing up and saying crazy stuff, but this one I couldn't. It had to do with my spirit. I don't want to ruin the moment. Let's enjoy. I love you, so let's do this. And we'll talk more, my love. Okay.
Okay. God bless.
God bless you, baby. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you. That's LA's in the building. So the phone lines are open. I'll put the number back on the screen. So if you guys want to, call in, but this is just, one of them situations where like, Lord, we hear about these stories, you know what I mean? But, about a celebrity, losing it or something happens, they disappear from media, they leave a big time job. We don't know what's going on, what's happening. You don't see them. All types of stories just coming out. You don't hear nothing from them. And then something tragic happens. Or back in the day, you didn't even hear about it until a year after it happened. So we're actually like watching a modern day like crime show happen on the blogs and happen on social media for real. And this is why whether people like Wendy, whether they don't like Wendy, they're intrigued because this is like Law and Order. Like what's happening? Like where you got the bank investigating, like what's going on? Like I'm pretty sure Wendy has the money to go bring the people that needs to be brought into the situation to analyze her, to give her the test to find out whether she's coherent or not. And then at the same time, basically make her wishes be known. Now, if she's not able to do that, that's a whole situation. Now, is she being propped up like she's okay? Because if anything, if she's okay, she'll be back at work 7 months. You know what I mean? And she's not a young chick, but she's not an old chick either. At the same time, something's going on. And, you know, from all areas of the situation, just seems like Wendy was a wolf, but now she's a sheep. Now she's a sheep in the situation. Please tell me your name and where you're calling from.
Yeah, I'm calling from Las Vegas. My name is Tyrone.
Hi, Tyrone. How you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing all right. What would you like to speak on?
Excuse me?
I said, what would you like to speak on the Wendy Williams situation?
Yeah, I want to speak on Wendy Williams. I was Nina Simone's bodyguard for 10 years, and she went through the same circumstances, and they hid her, the publicist, and the team that she had, and they forced her to work herself to death. And it's just so similar to me. And she went through the same circumstances, and they stole her $40 million. And it's just, you know, I just wanted to speak on the similarity of what happened with that situation.
Okay, yeah, this is intriguing. Yeah, and I know the Nina Simone story. Ain't they still trying to get money to her estate?
Well, I had stopped watching it because in the very beginning, when we were supposed to be married. So when we announced it at Young Cheryls in Beverly Hills, the next day she disappeared. She went to New York. And I hadn't been able to find her. Then they surrounded her around people to finish draining her money. And she had 3 or 4 wills. Yep. So her daughter, Lisa, she wasn't in the last will. She was in the very beginning of the will. So what ended up happening, the lawyer's office got burned down, and all the documents disappeared until they came up with the will that the daughter was in. And it was a whole bunch of mess. But the daughter ended up getting the $40 million. And the lawyer, he was like 90-something years old, so he really didn't care. So everything was just swept under the rug, and she ended up dying in the south of France. So they just kept moving her, you know, and hiding her. And she was Nina Simone. She created everything for herself too, but she was mentally ill, and she didn't need to do anything else. She didn't need to do anything else but retire. But they just kept her going as a machine.
Like they're doing Wendy to the very end. Now they don't need her no more.
Machine. They don't need her no more. And just like you say, all the people that are around her, they mean no good. You know, so you know, I just pray. I know that Nina, she lost her mind completely. And what they do, they just hide you. And then I had a big argument with her management company. You know, his name was I forget his name right now, but yeah, it was just a big mess that they just kept moving her from New York, 42nd Street, New York. Then she went to Zimbabwe. Then she went whatever they could do to hide her to get her money. And she made sure that she didn't leave her daughter anything. She made sure. Now, when she was doing that, she was mentally ill. And then she died before she was able to change it back, you know?
Wow.
But they didn't have a good relationship at all. You know, MFB this, and you get your stuff out of my house, and blah, 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 which is horrible. So, you know, I don't think she would have left her everything. But
so they was able to.
Turned out.
So what you're saying is they were able to just hide her from media.
I see Nina right now. Did you just put her up?
Yes.
I see Nina on your show.
Yeah, I just put her up.
Oh yeah.
So people can know who you're talking about, just in case they know the name, but it's not registering. Because sometimes that happens. You put the picture up, they know exactly who you're talking about.
Well, you're fast. Yeah, I didn't turn the TV off. Are you saying anything about it?
Yes, I did hear the whole story about Nina Simone, which was very tragic, and then a lot of things came out, you know. But how would they? So explain how they was able to hide her, because Wendy's being hidden.
Well, it all started when she came back to the United States in 1990. she was barred from performing because she had pulled a gun in Switzerland on her neighbor. There was a whole lot of mess going on. But they had disbarred her from like the 70s to the 90s. So the bar got lifted up and she began to be able to perform again. So then My Baby Cares For Me became a hit for fragrance. My Baby Just Cares For Me. It became number one. That put her back on the map. So then she was able to do things again. And she had a mental issues with her father, and all she did was walk through the house crying, "I need you, Dad, I need you," and I was her bodyguard. So, we just did a lot of things, and it was always commotions, and so we were going to marry, and I wasn't really serious, I guess, we had the entourage at Mashiro's. So after that, she lived in Franklin Towers off of La Brea and Franklin Towers. So after we came back from that situation, the next day, because I lived in Inglewood, the next day I go to see her, and they moved her out that day. But I had put a proposal in for the security for Franklin Towers. So Mr. Agnewas was the condo president. So when I gave him my proposal, he was very impressed. So when I went to go look for her, her mail had got transferred to New York. It was just a whole bunch of stuff. So I went to Mr. Agnewas and I said, "Where's Nina?" And he remembered me from the conference meeting that we had. He gave me the number to where she was at. And then the guy, I wish I could remember his name, but he was the accounting for Carpeteria. So I called his office. I said, "What did you do with Nina?" And he was like, "Who are you?" My name at that time was T.L. Billingsley. So he says, "How did you get my number?" And I explained to him, and he's like, "I'm not going to let her have anything to do with you." And then she resurfaced, and after New York, and they took her to Zimbabwe. Because when we were supposed to marry, she didn't want to marry me in the United States. And I kept telling my family, I'm like, "This is awfully weird, why is she announcing all this stuff?" And then people were telling me that I wouldn't have any rights to her money if I married her, out of the country. And that's why. But she did want to be married, but she didn't want me to have any association with her money. So it was just a game of moving me around and moving her around, and then she died. Because I remember the night that she died, she had an engagement at UCLA, and she had to cancel because she had died that night. She was, everybody was up at the school, and they had found out who I was, and everybody was trying to interview me, and I was just standing there in awe, like, what? And it was just, we had a really great relationship. She was let me use her name. She was teaching me how to game, and she would always let me know. We didn't have to. We had like a game. So like when we go out, we won't spend anything, and she taught me that. We went out to restaurants, and then Larry Parker's in Beverly Hills. I don't know if you ever heard of that, but it was good there. We had the limousine. The limousine was free. We go there and eat. And then everybody wants autographs and everything, and she would cuss them out, and I thought that she was being mean. She says, "No, my good fellow, they want to interrupt my dinner and have all these people coming over to my table. They need to pay for everything. I'm not paying for anything." And she cussed everybody out, told me to get the hell out of her face. And we had issues at what is that hotel at there? Franklin Towers? Not Franklin Towers, the Roosevelt. They threw us out. Because she was traveling back and forth, and she didn't know that you couldn't smoke. So we had the police there. We got thrown out of Universal City Walk. We got thrown out of so many places because we were at Universal City Walk, and we were going to go see B.B. King. Her, B.B. King, Whoopi Goldberg, these are the people she always mentioned when she was in a lot of drama. And so she wanted to go see B.B. King. And we had a dog. Her dog named was Shadow. He was a trained terrier. So we go up the escalator, and they tell her that she can't bring the dog up in Universal City Walk. So she says, "Well, I can't." She was very witty, very smart woman. But then they said, because there's no dogs allowed unless you have a handicap. She said, "My dear fellow, I do have a handicap." And he said, "What is that?" She says, "I'm black."
Lord have mercy.
And she said that this is my goddamn bodyguard, and this is my trained dog, and I go wherever I please. And it was a big mess, and we got escorted, I think, about at least 42 police cars, all the way back to Hollywood, and until we put her car in the parking lot. Yeah, we always had it. She liked it. She liked the drama. She loved it. She really did. But yeah, she was just too old to when they had the riots in '92. She said, "Thank God my people had woken up," and I'm younger than her, so I never really understood what her qualm was about. But she couldn't stand the white folks, but they the one gave her all the money, But she loved her black people to the day she died. She was very, very much that way.
Wow, interesting.
Hello?
Yeah, very interesting. I wonder.
Yeah, you can see me. I have a small interview. It's called Tea. What's it called? Tea with Mr. Billingsley, and I speak about Nina and that. Me and Nina Simone. I have one on there. There's not a lot of hits, but this was back when we were dating. So yeah, it was a lot of.
So if you
she taught me a lot.
So can you text this number and the number that you call, text this number, your number and your name. So, basically talk about Nina Simone more, because this is quite interesting.
Oh yeah. Yeah, my friends are tired of me talking about it.
Well, was you in love? You was in love, right?
Yeah, they've all met her. She met my aunts. I took her to Watts, Compton. I took her all over the place because she was traveling, so I didn't really know who she was. And then my family didn't believe me. I said, okay, well, the next time I see her, I'll bring her over. And she didn't know if I jumped on the 110 or she didn't know. She just trusted me. And she liked to go where I was going anyway, because she liked to be with down people. She loved that, The more black and African you are, the more she loved, She didn't like boozy black people. She liked the down. She loved black people that had heart. She loved that.
All right.
But yeah, I'll text you the number because I don't want to hold you up. But yeah.
Yeah, text me so we can talk about this again, and see.
Right. Yeah.
To dive deep into the situation.
So, you don't have my number because I'm not good with texting. I just was looking at your situation, and I was like, I've never called one of these shows before. I said, let me call her and see if it answers. So I wasn't really prepared to give you all the details that I wanted to give you.
Okay, so
I didn't even know you would answer.
So I'm definitely.
Yeah, you can write my number down. Will they allow you to write my number down?
Yes. Is it 702?
Yeah, 410.
Oh no! Don't say it! Don't say it! Don't say it! Don't say it! Don't say it!
Sorry.
Do you want 1,000 phone calls?
Are we on the air?
Yes.
We're on the air right now?
Yes, we're on the air. You called into the show. I'm live.
Oh, I didn't know. Oh, I missed it.
You
thought? Let me see if I can hear my voice. Hello?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't even know. Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh no, that's okay. So what? So I'm gonna definitely text you. I appreciate what you gave to us, but we want to get into the situation as far as how she disappeared. But we'll talk about that on another time. I will be texting you.
Right. Well, that's just what happened to her because the team they hide you and like I said, the main thing with her, you had to follow the lawyer's office in Beverly Hills. She had a Damien limousine. It came up missing. It was on Wilshire for 20 years. She always was doing something to it. And the lawyer was a trustful lawyer. And her daughter, I've met with her daughter many a times, but they didn't have the best relationship, And, she told me she wanted Lisa's stuff up out of the storage. So she liked me because I kept it hot. If she said that she wanted something, she cussed me out like, for instance, with Lisa's stuff in the storage. We'll go through all her paperwork, and she's like, "Why is this bill here?" It's that bitch Lisa. And she told me, go down there and find out where the storage is, because she's been paying for it for 5 or 10 years. So when I go down there, I asked her, where's the storage? So they walking me around the storage. Nobody knows anything. So I flip over everything. And then all of a sudden, here come the police. Now, they want to find find the storage that they just been charging her for just a added on bill,
Okay, but we're gonna save that. We're gonna save that, and I'm gonna text you. We're gonna save that information, and I'm gonna text you so we could talk about this again. But I appreciate your call. Right. Tell everybody your name and where you're calling from.
I'm calling from Las Vegas, Nevada, right now, and I've been here about 10 years now. But yeah, give me a call back whenever you get an opportunity, so I could try to dig up more information for you. But it is very dementia is really what I want to say. It seems like to me that Wendy has dementia, and you cannot tell because they throw you off. You could still, Nina still performed when she was had dementia, and then when she goes back home, nobody knows what she's going through, but they could still function a little bit until it gets to the point to where it's just obvious. And yeah, the family and all what they're doing to her, I feel sad for Wendy because she should have somebody like her sister Wanda or somebody to be strong enough. But a lot of people don't want to be dealing with all that business. And when you're that high up, you get a lot of threats. People were threatening me, all kind of stuff, to stay away from her, blah, 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 blah. And they'll try to make your life hard, and then you think back to yourself, well, let me just move on, But yeah, Wendy is in a lot of mess, and she can't trust anybody.
Yeah.
And even in her own mind, the dementia ain't gonna let her trust anybody, because she should be able to hire her own investigation team.
All right, but thank you so much, and I appreciate your phone.
Welcome.
Thank you. You have a great night. God bless.
Okay, bye-bye.
God bless. Well, that was some interesting information. And, so there's a lot going on with Wendy that we don't know. With Nina Simone and her story, how, the gentleman was telling us about how they can have you disappear and hide, or not disappear, but basically hide you from the public. And, it can happen for years. So you guys let me know what you think about the situation. But in any event, it's just one of them situations where you're like, yo, this is really happening in 2022. Like, yeah, we're watching it live, baby. And this is crazy. It's like Law and Order. Like what's going on? And it might be at the end of the day, a big investigation years on out. So we shall see. But let's get down to Snoop Doggy Dogg. As you guys know, Snoop Doggy Dogg did purchase Death Row Records, but basically he does not have two masters of All Eyes on Me. That's a double compilation, I believe, 2 CDs back in the day, baby. And then Cluminati. He doesn't have the masters for that, and he doesn't have the Chronic master and another master, and he's negotiating the deal, but he's actually allegedly the owner of Death Row Records. So he's out here doing a whole lot, and he was at the Super Bowl. Mary J. Blige tore it up. He did the Crip walking in for thing. But in any event, recently Snoop uploaded to his Instagram account, basically, his DoorDash driver, his Uber Eats driver was basically saying, I can't pull up to your house. It don't look safe. It's a black gate, and basically canceling the order. And Snoop was like, yo, I paid for that food. And as you see on the screen, this is the Uber driver or the DoorDash driver, and basically saying that he's going to sue Snoop Doggy Dogg because Snoop Doggy Dogg, posted the whole conversation with this man's name, license plates number, and also his license plate number, the color of the car, and his name. And he's saying that he was being harassed, so therefore he feels like he needs to go over there and he needs to Snoop sue him, in any event, when you talk about that situation, like Snoop set himself up for a lovely lawsuit, because baby, nobody could have even been harassing him, but it's the idea of fact where somebody said that you can get some money out the situation, and plus it was wrong. That's like doxing somebody on Instagram when you have 100 million followers, or how many, I don't know how many followers on Instagram Snoop has, but I'm pretty sure it's up in the millions. So in any event, the guy basically did an interview saying that he's been harassed, his phone number has been called, he had to change his number, he doesn't drive for the company anymore, and basically he's feeling like the company did him in because they apologized to what happened to Snoop Dogg, but didn't apologize to him about his information being released and him being harassed out here in these streets. So you guys tell me what you think about that situation. Yes, Mary J. Blige has been working hard. That's a beautiful sister. Like, she's been doing a whole lot. So you guys tell me about what you think about Snoop Dogg out here, posting information. He's out here doxing people. What is going on? I don't know why he said all that. I don't even know why he said all that, but he did. He basically said all that. So, he was like, you got big gates and dark black gates. I don't know. And so he basically canceled the order, and Snoop was pissed and he posted it to Instagram. And now he might be facing a lawsuit unless he can settle out of court. Baby, you better give that man a little something. Like, Snoop, what was you doing? I know you was mad. You know what I'm saying? But you can't do that. Not today. Like, yo, Snoop is definitely wilding in a situation. So you guys let me know what you think about that. I was like, Snoop is a mess, y'all. And also, we got to talk about Rihanna. Rihanna is really showing. It's saying that she's 4 to 5 months, but she looks big. So let's check out Rihanna. She looks big. Like, OMG, sister looks big. That baby, that belly is big. That baby is going to be a big old baby right there, boy. That stomach is huge. She is showing like it ain't nobody's business. And hopefully, and we wish that she has a healthy pregnancy, but OMG, Rihanna is pregnant. She is going to be a mother, y'all. Like, her stomach is big. It is huge, I was like, look at her. And ASAP Rocky is one of the most luckiest men on this earth. But a lot of people are saying that she shouldn't be a baby mama, but she's a billionaire. She, you got to get all that, done, the prenup and all this other good stuff, if that's going to even happen. But a lot of things are different today. A lot of the things that our parents taught us, or how we grew up, basically you get married first before you have children. That's totally out the question. You have children first now and then get married, maybe, hopefully. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole different thing. But people are saying that the statue that Rihanna is, that she shouldn't be a baby mama, she should be a wife. But I'm pretty sure it's her decision not to get married. Yeah, I'm pretty sure ASAP will marry her in the blink of an eye, baby. So you guys let me know. Yes, Snoop is out here wild in LA. He is out here doing way too much, for real, for real. Grandpa Snoop, yes, he's out here doing way too much, y'all. So that's Rihanna, and congratulations to her. And let's talk about your boy Benzino. Benzino's out here, doing too much in Atlanta. So Benzino still got this beef when it comes to Eminem. Eminem was at the Super Bowl too as well. His performance was just Eminem. 50 Cent was overweight. I was like, Lord. But in any event, when it comes to Benzino, he's basically fighting with Eminem's fans in his stands, and basically telling the fans in the stands to pull up to his restaurant. I don't know if he's trying to advertise his restaurant that's in Atlanta, basically get people there, but he's talking to people, on that feisty type of situation, that gutty, energy to pull up to, where he works at. Like, like, is he asking for a lawsuit too? Like, is it like, you being too real and basically want to be out here like that is basically doing too much? Because what if people do show up, and what if one of your staff and your employees get hurt? What about your windows get busted out? What if something happened when you're telling people to come up, and all this other stuff, blase in the third, as old as you are and mature as you should be? Why are you telling people to pull up? You're putting your employees and people that work for you in danger. Like, and you're inviting them. If they want to find out where your restaurant is, they could probably easily Google it, but you're inviting people to come and have drama and chaotic energy at your place of business. Like, what's up? Like, you ain't bulletproof, ain't nobody. You know what I mean? Like, you doing way too much. Like, fall back. You already did too much with your daughter, Carla Ray, where as far as you said, oh, your daughter got a song featuring Nicki Minaj coming out on a new album, and then your daughter's basically telling you to fall back, daddy, it's my time to shine. Don't be talking about my business. And then on top of that, you got Nicki Minaj come out and say, I'm not doing a song with your daughter, Coil. I'm not doing a song with her. So embarrassing. Like, you stopped or block a deal. Calm down, Benzino. You doing too much. Like, is he advertising y'all, or he really want that smoke at his restaurant? We know he gangster, but is this just being too gangster? Like, what's going on? Like, this is just being too gangster. Moving on from that situation, you guys let me know what you think about Kodak Black. Let's talk about Kodak Black. So I thought this was funny. So not about him getting shot. So he was out there at Super Bowl weekend or whatever the case may be, sports weekend, and he ended up getting into an altercation, and boom, 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 he got hit in the leg. And so with that situation with Kodak Black, you know, you have Whack 100 basically saying the reason why this happened to Kodak Black is because he came after Nipsey Hussle's, you know, Laura London, and basically was trying to get with her, and it was disrespectful, and Nipsey Hussle people came after him, allegedly. That's what Whack 100 said out here in these streets. But in any event, you know, when it comes down to the situation, it was just very tragic. But people are also saying that the way that they live and how militant, you know, some of the gangs are in California or LA or wherever, but you know, they don't play around. And he was out there chilling like it was all good, not as connected as Nipsey Hussle is. You know, they basically was able to get their hands on him because he was up there in their territory. And basically he sticks out with all them dreads. And, you know, he recently cut his hair. He got the little boosty haircut now when it comes to, you know, Kodak Black. But in any event, he just recently had a baby. So congratulations. He recently did an interview with the Breakfast Club, which was very weird when he talked about his children. I'm not even going to go there right now, on another day, because what he was saying out here was crazy. But in any event, as you guys know, once upon a time, Master P wanted to work with Kodak Black, and then he wanted to be like a manager, help him and things of that nature. And Kodak Black was like, all right. Kodak was like, okay. Yak was like, okay, you know, all right. And then the situation with Sour, you know, he said some things about Master P. They fell out, but they end up, you know, actually getting back together and doing business. And so when it comes to Kodak Black, he recently said that him and Master P recently fell out over a charity event that they was working together. And so Kodak is saying that he was doing this charity event with Master P, and basically, you know, it was for the hood and things of that nature. And so Master P was going to be throwing it for him and have his people handle the situation. And then Kodak had called Master P to check to see like, yo, what kind of food you guys are going to be serving, and what kind of book bags are you guys going to be giving to the kids. And Kodak Black said he didn't want no Jan Sports. Isn't Jan Sports like Walmart backpacks and things of that nature? And so when Kodak found out that Master P was going to have Jan Sports backpacks, he was feeling a certain type of way. Like, he was like, yo, I don't want to give no cheap stuff to the kids in the hood. I don't want to buy nothing cheap. And then Kodak claims that, you know, Master P told him, well, that's going to cost more money. And then Kodak was like feeling a certain type of way. Like, what you mean it's going to cost more money? Why would we be giving out fake Jan Sports book bags? And then, you know, he asked Master P, what kind of food is going to be served? And Master P was like, yo, you want to have food for this event? Because Master P and Kodak was basically having to give back to the kids, give book bags and things of that nature. And then Master P said, you want food? That's going to cost even more money. So it seems like Kodak was saying that he was getting, Master P was penny pitching, and also Master P wanted to take, you know, he wanted to throw something real raggedy for the kids in the hood, and he wanted to use cheap stuff, and almost like he's saying that he was like taking some of the money, putting it in his pocket, and not making a good event for the kids. I was like, Kodak is doing way too much. Like, y'all tell me what y'all think about this situation. And basically, Kodak said he decided not to mess with Master P no more because he felt like, yo, you can't even have a give back to school bags for kids, and the money was a big problem. And he kept saying, oh, that's the price gonna raise, this and that. And he said he didn't want no cheap stuff. He didn't want nothing less that he wouldn't really, partake in. And so you guys tell me your thoughts. I just thought that was kind of like funny because at one point in time, they had beef, and they had beef together. And it was about, when it comes to Master P managing him, and he basically didn't like Master P for that, but they end up hooking up again. And Kodak Black is basically saying Master P is cheap. What y'all think about that? Then we got Whack 100 talking about Master P is broke. Like, yo, why they coming for Master P? Why they coming for the P? Like, Snoop Dogg looks are starting to fade on him. Lord have mercy. What's up, Tony? How you doing? So that's one situation. So I just thought that was pretty kind of like interesting. I was like, what? He's talking about no Jan Sports. I was like, Jan Sports bag? Yeah, that ain't them at Walmart, y'all. Y'all tell me. But in any event, that was like one of the situations that, was pretty interesting. And Snoop Dogg out here just giving up. He put this whole man's license plate number and everything out on Instagram, y'all. And also, I want you guys to check this out. This is cute. We saw Rihanna, but now you get to see Candy Burris and, her mama out here doing the thing. Look at them. They're doing the Beyonce challenge. Like, look at Candy and her mama in yellow. It ain't Easter yet, but they do look good. So they're doing the challenge out here. Look at Mama Joyce. She's out here. She's like, I ain't going too far. I'm going to go as far as I could go with my knees. Mama Joyce and Candy chilling. I thought this was cute. Mama and daughter. Master P, like his old hood, and I ain't never heard about it being cheap. I know what you saying, Nunu Sky. How you doing? What's going on? Not Mama Joyce cutting up. Yeah, she's cutting up with Candy Burris. They cutting up over here. For real. I think the dresses are cute, but we talked about Benzino. Benzino is doing way too much right now. He better fall back before something really happens. And this is Kodak Black. He's basically not showing off, but he's letting you know there's a walker involved, and he has one of these modern day casts on, and he was injured. Like, they caught up to him. He better chill out, because Kodak Black, you don't know if your name, you don't know what's going on, because it's like Kodak he doesn't sound good in his interview on the Breakfast Club. All the interviews I've seen him recently do, he sounds like he's really on that stuff. It sounds bad, allegedly. It don't sound good. So, and he's another one that's making a lot of money where, the people that got rights to it, you better fall back, because now people was already firing on you not too long ago where you from, and now they got you in LA. Like, this is the second time within, less than a year that somebody was firing on him. So he better watch out. Mama Joyce is doing her thing. And let's talk about Lisa Ray. Lisa Ray is happy. Her and the Brat are back together. Lisa Ray wanted to make sure she was in every video. Lisa Ray wanted to make sure that y'all done seen her with the Brat, because she is tired of these stories going around that her and her sister ain't getting along. Because, baby, we know that the Brat ain't really messing with you like that. Brat ain't telling you she's dating a woman. She ain't told you she came out the closet. She ain't telling you that she's adopting. But when it came to Lisa Ray, she made sure that she was going to be up here in this wedding. Brat, you ain't going to keep me out. You ain't going to keep me out. It seems like Brat has some resentment when it comes to Lisa Ray, when it comes to her attitude, the way she talks, the way she's demanding, the way it's supposed to be and how it is. And, if you've seen Lisa Ray on Growing Up Hip Hop with the Brat, she kind of like, is like the principal, she's very judgy. Like, she's a judge out here in these streets. Like, she done did any better. But she has a lot of issues, because it seems like Lisa Ray really believed that she was in a relationship. The relationship she had with her father was just like really weird. And she was jealous of anything that came in between her and her father. And so there was a whole lot going on. Then losing her father, she was mad at her mother for being weak, for putting up with her father. And then she was mad at her mother for not keeping her father. And then she used her relationship with her father to make her mother jealous. And then then her father went out and got kids all over the place, and Brat is one of them. You know what I mean? So she was feeling a certain type of way. She had a little bit of resentment. She has a lot of resentment for a lot of people. You know, we seen you on Fix My Life, and it was a bad situation. And the way that you came on Growing Up Hip Hop, it was like if the Brat could have ran and jumped out and could escape from talking to you on camera, she would have. It's like the Brat has some pent up things with her sister that she just doesn't want to deal with. It seems like some things that Lisa Ray may have said and may have done in the past. Yes, Lisa Ray has said that she supported Brat. She brought her first car and all things of that nature. But in any event, they have a very weird relationship. But it is good to see that they're working on their relationship. But Lisa Ray, she always wears white, but, she ended up changing her colors and put on purple to be up there with the Brat baby, to be up there with her sister, because she is tired of these allegations and these rumors. And in any event, when it comes to Brat and Jessica, I mean, it's a beautiful wedding. Like, I mean, she got the bag, she got all the money. Like, look at this wedding. Like, she ain't playing. Look at the Brat's outfit. Her outfit is like a tuxedo and a dress. You see Portia Williams up in there. You see Jermaine Dupri. Look at these flowers. Look at this. Lord have mercy. I think her name is Judy Jessica. They got a lot of. I mean, they spent a whole lot of money. A whole lot of money. Mm-mm-mm. I'm just like, Lord have mercy. I mean, like, they ain't playing around with this situation. She got money all up out here in these streets. I mean, all types of money. Like, Jessica Dupart, her hair products. Like, now if you watch WeTV, all you see is the Brat coming after all the WeTV's TV shows come on WeTV. The Brat commercial come up with, Jessica and in the commercial selling their all. Some people got some positive things to say about her, and some people have some negative things to say about, the Brat's wife. So, in any event, as you guys can see, it's a beautiful wedding dress. Like, it's beautiful. It looks like a wedding dress, and then also a hooker dress, with the slit up on the side so high. But look at that dress. How much did that dress cost? How much did all that cost? Oh, they were spending that money. They're making them millions of dollars. And also the Brat, she posted to her Instagram that she was very grateful, to Ricky Smiley, because Ricky Smiley, ended up getting her a job, on the This Nation, and he got her another job before that. And then Jermaine Dupri getting her a job at the Rap Game, and then from there she had her own segment at the end of the show. And then now, she informed us that she's actually a producer on Growing Up Hip Hop. She's actually an EP on Growing Up Hip Hop, the Brat is, and she's also the EP of the Brat and her girlfriend Jessica. So in any event, they're doing the damn thing. So the Brat saying that she's very grateful to Jermaine Dupri. She said if it wasn't for Jermaine Dupri, there would be no Brat. If it wasn't for Ricky Smiley when she got out of jail, giving her an opportunity to host and be on the radio and do shows, and then Jermaine Dupri inviting her to the Rap Game, and she ended up on Growing Up Hip Hop, and she said she got a whole lot more going on. So it seems like in 2022, the Brat has got a whole glow up. Did you think that this was going to be the Brat can be free, she can be open, and she can be out here in these streets and let you know that she is part of the LGBTQIA community plus? Like, Lord have mercy. And she ain't worried about the rap music, she ain't worried about the industry. I wonder, like, if she didn't find her wife, would she still be in hiding? Like, Lord have mercy. Like, she wasn't hiding to the people in Atlanta. She wasn't hiding to the people that knew her, and people like us, we knew who she was, but she would never come out and say it. Ain't not our business or anything. But look how happy she is and how so proud she is to say it and promote her relationship and promote everything that she got going on. You know what I mean? But in any event, her mentor is and right now she is on vacation. This is her honeymoon. This is where the Brat and Jessica is staying. This is where they at for their honeymoon, y'all. They are doing the damn thing. I was just wondering when MC Lyte gonna say anything. I recently did see an interview with MC Lyte talking about her husband and things of that nature. The way that I looked at the Brat when the Brat was out is the same way that I look at MC Lyte. You know what I mean? Like, maybe MC Lyte's not, part of the LGBTQIA community. She denies it, and we should just leave it as that. But the Brat denied it too. But in any event, it's up to them if they want to say anything or whatever the case may be. But I'm telling you, life will be free. Look how free and happy the Brat is. The Brat is doing everything. She's traveling across the world. She already traveled across the world as a rapper on tour and things of that nature. But this life that she got, you see that horse and carriage? You see that carriage, y'all? You see that carriage? Like, OMG, like, this is crazy. Like, that carriage is off the chain. I mean, like, it's, the Brat, they don't put him. The Brat is finally happy, y'all. So what? Queen Latifah already came out. MC Lyte with. So yeah. I mean, like, the Brat is living, like, this is upscale beyond upscale. This is high end, custom made, everything, hand down. And you see Miss Lisa Ray, she is in purple when she always wear white. And the Brat was so appreciative that Lisa Ray actually put on purple for, for her wedding. Yeah, Lisa Ray better do something because the Brat wasn't feeling none of that mess. The Brat was not trying to hear none of that. Like, you either gonna come all the way or don't come at all. And so hopefully now we'll see the Brats and Lisa Ray, with the better relationship. Oh, Lord, Angela, you were all the way there, Angela. Like, Lord have mercy. So in any event, congratulations to the Brat and Jessica. That's a good situation, but it's supposed to be something else I wanted to show you guys. Moving on, any event, let's get down to Kanye West and let's get down to Julia Fox. As you guys know, right now, when it comes to Kim Kardashian, she is not planning the situation. She's feeling a certain type of way. By next week, next month, Kim K is going to be, declared single by the judge. And right now, Kanye West is trying to stop that and block that and everything. But everything that Kanye West has been doing out here in these streets on social media, it seems like Kim K is going to be using that in court against Kanye West. And I knew she was, and I said she was going to use it. Now Kanye West is talking about, you can't prove that was me posting, baby. It's in your name. It had to be registered. You didn't deny it. You didn't claim it. You post pictures basically saying your account has not been hacked. It could have been somebody working under you. But if you are so sufficient about your daughter, not being on social media and you got somebody running your account, putting things out there that it looks like it can be harassment. And that's what Kim is saying, that it's harassment. And then coming to find out this woman that you've been running around town with when it comes to Julia Fox, she recently got into a big argument when it comes to Azalea Banks. And basically they were going back and forth talking about their drug habit. Azalea Banks was basically in this video talking about, yeah, I called her up to get some stuff from her because the man that I was seeing, his back was hurt. And then you got Azalea Banks saying that she's out here, a lady of the night, selling in Dubai, selling here, selling there, selling everywhere, allegedly. And they both basically fessed up to using, big time narcotics, nothing to play with. And this is why, Kanye West had came out and said that Kim K wants to make him take a drug test after he showed up to his daughter Chicago's birthday party. And, now you hear that this girl, Julia Fox, is a cold stone out here in these streets, baby. There ain't nothing she ain't ever tried. You know what I mean? She was talking about all types of stuff when it comes to Azalea Bank. Posted text messages. She know who to get it from, where to get it from, who to get it from. So you got a whole lot going on with that situation, which is just crazy all the way together. So it seems like Kim K is going to be using all that information in the court of law, y'all. And then you got Pete hiring security and things of that nature. So you already know that Kim K is going to be coming to that court and she's going to be an innocent woman. Kanye West is still a black man. He may be a billionaire, but the judge is going to look at Kim as a woman being triggered, a woman that's being harassed, a woman that's going through so much with this guy. And Kanye West is going to look like the big bad wolf in this situation, point blank, period. And Kim wants to use everything in court. You have Kanye West in a diss song towards Pete, calling him Skeet. They hire extra security. You got, Kim K at the beginning of the year in September of the end of the year of 2021, Kim K was on social media doing an interview basically saying that, she's afraid that her daughter is just like Kanye West. She picks up his negative attributes and his negative personality. She didn't say negative, but his personality. And, she's just like him, like basically defying, want to do things that she wants to do. And she's saying it's so hard and things of that nature. And then she's going to use all the social media stuff at the court when it comes to custody. But right now, Kim just wants to be declared single, and she really wants to be declared single so bad that Kanye West is basically saying that the reason why Kim K wants to be declared single because he believes that she wants to remarry, and he wants to make sure his property, her property, is protected. And on top of that, he has rules that he wants to actually happen. I'm like, yo, Kanye West is out here in these streets. First of all, when it comes to the first situation, when Kim K basically said that she just wants the judge to declare her a single woman out here in these streets, Kanye West said, yes, I will agree to that if you do this. He says, number one, under these conditions, if either one of us die, then, and if we owe each other money, it must be reimbursed. So basically saying if he dies or Kim K dies, he wants the money to be reimbursed, where it to be paid off. That's number one. Then number two, Kanye wants to block him from transferring assets out of any trust they created together. So any accounts that Kanye West and Kim K created together, he wants to make sure that she doesn't transfer any money out. That's number two. Number three, he wants Kim to waive their marital privileges pending a final custody decision. This is interesting. He wants to ensure any communication between the two of them can be part of the court record. He also wants to make sure if Kim remarries, she would waive any spousal privilege between her and her new husband. In other words, he wants to make sure any conversation between her and a new husband as it relates to custody be fair game in court. So that's what Kanye West wants. He said he'll grant it, he'll sign the papers, but baby, that ain't what he really wants. So basically, he really thinks that she's going to get married. So I don't know if Kim K is planning on marrying Pete, but he's saying that he wants everything that she has with her new husband, any spousal privilege, he wants to make sure that communication can be, he wants her to waive that, and the husband to, basically they both cannot, like if Kanye West wants the husband to testify, he wants him to be able to testify and Kim to testify against her new husband. They waive any privilege at all, and especially if it pertains to their children. So therefore, Kanye West is trying to write her new marriage and what to do, but people are saying Kim K has been married 4 times. And one thing that, Lunel said that was interesting on the Breakfast Club, she believes that Kim K wants Kanye masters to his music, his whole catalog. What do you guys think about that situation? I was like, Lord. So in any event, that's one of the situations that is going on. I'm like, Pete is already out here playing with babies. Pete may want a kid, y'all. So when it comes to Kanye West, Kanye West is out here saying that, you can't prove that, I said anything on social media, because Kim K right now, she wants everything that Kanye West posted on social media be used in court. And Kanye West said, you can't prove it was me. But Kanye West wrote, post basically saying that he was not hacked. And so I believe that Kanye West knows what he's doing with this situation. Is basically posting all this stuff on social media. He had to know what he was doing. Like, people say he's a genius, But like, what's going on? Because you saying you wasn't hacked and all this other stuff. This is a whole lot. And anybody with any right mind would know that anything that you're posting while you're going through a divorce and custody issue could be detrimental to your situation. But in any event, that's Kanye West right there, y'all. And moving on from that situation, now you got Kanye West. You guys remember when he was downtown in California or LA, wherever he was, an exclusive area, he was arguing with one of his cousins, or, and a fan came up to him, but he said it wasn't a fan, and basically said, Kanye West, everybody has problems, everybody has family issues. And Kanye West allegedly swung on him. And now this guy has enough evidence, enough proof where, the cops can come and arrest him, or the guy can sue him. So all this is going to be used in court. You know what I mean? So it's just like, Lord have mercy. We gonna see how this situation pan out. We got Kanye West, Kim K, a whole lot's going on. So now you got, now he's being charged with they have enough evidence to charge Kanye West with battery. Now, if you got Kim K saying basically, what Kanye West does on social media is basically causing her emotional distress, and then also her hiring extra bodyguards, and Pete hiring extra bodyguards. She has enough things to make a judge concerned. You know what I mean? So it distressed him out here fighting in the streets. Like, Lord have mercy. Then I would be distressed about, this lookalike. Why are you walking around with this lookalike? Like, I know you're trying to get under my skin, baby. I know you're doing all this. I know you miss me, but to have a lookalike and be out here with this lookalike, the lookalike is basically, they got videos of her now. Chauncey, I think that's her name, or Chauncey Jones. They have videos of her now, working in these different various clubs that are on Instagram. And then, so if you put the quality of the women that Kanye West is surrounding himself by, Kim is going to have a good argument in court. She's going to have a good argument. So that's a whole lot going on. And then, so as recently as today, when it comes down to the Kanye West situation, Kanye West is not done. He's not through, because right now, Kim, what they're reporting from Kim, basically Kanye West wants the court to throw out their prenup. So, why does he want them to throw out the prenup? And some people are saying the reason why Kanye West wants to throw out the prenup that he has with Kim K is basically to freeze her money so she can't pay her business. And she needs that money to, dabbled out to here and there. And, basically Kanye West said his attorneys basically, filed this in court, that Ye's attorney says that, they want them to throw out the prenup, point blank period, because they got married. Anything signed after 2001 are not valid in California. That's what he's saying. That's what his attorney is saying. And the only way they cannot be valid is either doing a trial or if both parties agree. So it seems like Kanye West is saying he hasn't agreed that the prenup is actually valid at all. So it cannot be enforced until there's a full-blown court trial, and that means a big delay, and basically Kim getting the divorce that she wants. So he wants to say, allegedly his attorneys reported from TMZ that his lawyers are basically want to throw out their prenup and saying that it's not valid. And either they both have to agree that it is valid, or they have to go to court and talk about the situation. And then in court, he can agree that it is valid, or whatever the case may be. But they're saying this maneuver that Kanye West's attorney is doing is basically to delay the process from Kim becoming single. You guys tell me what you think about that situation. And also, with him not agreeing to the prenup, it also freezes assets. It freezes her assets. And so therefore, that's going to put a strain on her. And you already know, when people get into these lawsuits and these divorce, what do they try to do? Drain your pockets. And if your pockets can't be drained, what's going to happen? But, she got family out here in these streets. So what do you guys think about that situation? But the, Kim lawyers are basically saying that, her single status will be restored. So you guys tell me what you think. It ain't no fun out here in these streets. This is crazy. But Kim just brought a $93 million private jet, and she designed it and everything in the inside. So we shall see how this situation is going to pan out between them. But moving on from that situation, let's talk about Russia and the Ukraine. So as you guys know what's going on in the situation, but this is a guy that was tweeting that's in Ukraine, and he's basically saying there's a whole lot going on in Ukraine that we don't know about. What he's saying is that, there's a lot of people at the train station basically trying to take the transportation because one airport is don't no longer exist. And also he is saying that when the families are at the train stations, African people that live out there, that are students that live out in Ukraine, or basically there's a rule where women and children get on the train first, then women get on a train, and then men get on a train. But he's saying that after that, Africans or black people, Africans are allowed to get on a train after, you got the children, the women, and the Caucasian man. So this is what he posted to Twitter. And he's basically saying a lot of people that are leaving Ukraine that are African that are going to Portland, I believe. Not Portland, I'm saying no, I'm saying Portland, but are going to Poland, and basically they're being turned away because of their passports. And he's telling people to download your passport on the computer first, have it ready on your phone, check it online and things of that nature. So he's saying that once African people are arriving to, Poland, they're being told that they only can stay for 15 days or they got to go back where they came from. So you guys tell me what you think about this situation. I'm like, OMG. And so basically he's saying that blacks are not being treated right throughout this war that's going on in the Ukraine. And they're beyond, second-class citizens over there. So you guys tell me what you think about this situation. All I know is the oil prices, the gas prices, and all that stuff is going to go up. It's going to be skyrocketing high. The electric company, the gas company, and gas, especially people that drive Uber, people that drive for a living, like it's going to be real, like tough out here. It's like it's already inflation with food. Food prices has risen so much. Going out to eat is so expensive now. So we shall see. And then moving on from that situation. So y'all tell me what y'all think about the young man tweeting this. This is allegedly, he posted this to Twitter basically to let people know that, they got to be out here yelling and screaming and saying, no, this is a woman, this is a child, especially if they're African, so they can get on the train. Then they go over there to Portland. And then on top of that, they're being turned away. Poland, they're being turned away. Or they're only able to rest there for 15 days when that's not happening to other people. So y'all tell me what y'all think about that situation. Crazy for real. And then let's talk about Jussie Smollett. Jussie Smollett is out here. Basically, he won't stop. Jussie Smollett is gonna keep doing what he doing. Jussie Smollett saying, y'all, he ain't trying to go. He wants the guilty verdict to be thrown out, or he wants a new trial. Jussie Smollett is not playing. He basically had his attorneys, go out there and basically, he's basically reporting that he feel like his trial was a violation of his rights because his attorney was not able to pick out the jury of his peers or have any process in the jury selection. So basically he wants the verdict to be overturned, or he wants a not guilty, and he wants an apology. So Jussie Smollett is still pushing this situation. Boy, he is really pushing it. He ain't gonna stop. He said jury selection process, he was not able to pick, his lawyers were not able to pick out the jury at all. They didn't have a part in that situation. So he wants to overturn. Like Jesse, you better just hope you don't go to jail, bro. Just hope you don't go to jail. I'm like, Lord have mercy. Like, it's so much going on. And in any event, Jussie Smollett wants the verdict to be overturned because he was charged with 6 felonies and he was found guilty of 5 felonies count against him lying to police officers, faking everything that he faked. You already know. You already know what the claims on Jussie Smollett is. Like, it is just so crazy with Jussie. Like, I didn't even know that his career was going to end like this. Like, it was going to be like this for Jussie Smollett. He was doing so good. He was singing. He was on a TV show. It wasn't good enough. He was doing that other stuff. When you start dabbing and dipping in other things, allegedly, that are stronger than what grows out of the ground, or that's trees and things of that nature, you come up with plans and things of this nature. Allegedly, they said he filed a false police report, basically lying and all types of stuff. Like, this man, and found guilty of 5 felonies. And he might not even face any jail time, but basically they might try to, because this is his first offense. So really, he shouldn't be facing no time. But, he still ain't going to lay down in this situation. He ain't laying down at all, y'all. He is not laying down at all. What are y'all saying? Jussie Smollett. So, yo, Jussie is doing too much right now. Jussie is doing way too much, y'all. I mean, for real. Sorry, I'm thinking out loud. That's all right. Say what you want to say. Do what you want to do. Like, yo, it's too much. Like, Jussie, just lay down. Jussie, you shouldn't go to jail. Everyone's saying, everybody's predicting, but I know you Black, so you might go to jail. But everyone's saying, all the analysts, all the attorneys, all the lawyers, the prosecutors from different places are saying that you're not going to face any time. Jussie's like, nah. He wants to go back to court, y'all. Ooh, Jussie. He wants to go back to court. I know. No, I'm just playing. That's all right. So, like, this is crazy. Like, Jussie, stop it, bro. Stop. Yo, you don't want to go to jail, Jussie. There's too much evidence against you. Just stop. Just let it go. But, he's saying that, nah. So he wants to go back to court. And basically, and what else? He makes another claim. Jussie claims, they violated his constitutional rights when preventing him from, actively being a part of participating in his jury selection, which I already said. Jussie Smollett lawyers alleges the judge wrongfully limited the defense and questioning of witness. So basically, Jussie Smollett lawyers is saying that the judge did not allow his attorney to question witnesses, the time span that he would have liked to question witnesses. And so therefore, they're asking for the verdict to be overturned, charges be dropped, or have a whole new trial. Jussie, just let it go. Do you got money to pay for this? Them empire checks gotta be like, whoa. I know your sister got money, but I don't know. I can't believe it's gonna be over for this man. Like, like, this is crazy. It's so crazy when it coming down to the situation. And let's get into this. But so y'all tell me what y'all think about Jussie. Let's talk about basketball wives real quick. When it comes to, basketball wife, when it comes to Brooke Bailey, she's out here beefing with Malaysia. Like, what's going on? So they have an altercation. You have, Malaysia best friend out here basically hanging with the ops. I was like, Lord have mercy. Malaysia's best friend that was from Basketball Wife is crazy. Like, Brandy during
its 6th season, and she has been a main cast.
Brandy, she had your back. I remember Brandy calling Malaysia at an event and saying that they're trying to do something to me. Malaysia ran there. She jumped in an Uber, or she had her own car. She had the hoodie on. She wasn't even dressed up. This was like an upscale event. I think it was Angel Bricks event. She showed up ready to go ham. And now you got Brandy basically like she ain't messing with Malaysia. They got beef. And then Brooke allegedly went one-on-one with Malaysia for the new season of Basketball Wife. And Brooke Bailey be out here in these streets. She got paused. We seen her career from dancing in strip clubs, from working on, these scandalous, places long time ago when she was a young girl, before she even had kids, I believe. or her kid was very small at the time. And so we got to know her. We know that she's ready to go. She, her and Jackie had an altercation. Now she's back on Basketball Wives. She's divorced now. She's single. She don't got a husband no more. So she's out here turning up. And basically the word out on the street is everybody got it in for, Malaysia. But, Brandy, Malaysia had your back. And we have Jennifer. Jennifer and Malaysia don't get along since God knows when, since Malaysia tried to pick up a chair and throw it at, Jennifer Williams. But Jennifer Williams lost mad. Well, you gonna tell me that don't even look like, I didn't even know who that was in the black. I didn't even know that was Jennifer. But Jennifer always be on fleek with her hair or her fashion. She's one of the best ladies that be out here dressing. But one of the things about Jennifer Williams, she looked like she lost a lot of weight. Like, it's them filters, but her face looks so skinny. Look at Malaysia's size of her face and look at Jennifer's face. Jennifer's face is really shrunken. It has shrunken. It went down low to the bone. Like, she lost a lot of weight. She was never big like that, but her whole face is shrunk. It's shrunken. I don't see a lot of Botox or whatever, but her face has shrunken. But in any event, we know Jennifer can't fight, so she's basically going to be running her mouth about Malaysia. I don't know if you're going to be able to swing Malaysia. The season hasn't been canceled. Malaysia hasn't ran, so I don't think Malaysia is scared of any of the ladies on the show. She better bring some peoples because nobody got her back. So now she's in the same position that OG was in. She ain't got no friends. Evelyn's gone. They're probably going to bring Evelyn back next season. Shawnee ain't gonna be there. Shawnee wouldn't help her anyway. So she got beef out here with the ladies, and she got beef with Duffy too as well. So you got Duffy, Jennifer, Brandy. They basically, and Jackie is all kind of okay with Malaysia, but they're out filming right now. And Malaysia was at the club, and you see Malaysia's on a whole nother side. And they're all chilling. And Malaysia is not in the in crowd because the in crowd, the new crowd on Basketball Wives, don't like Malaysia. So Malaysia gonna have to, we're gonna see Malaysia gonna have to work for a dollar bill, y'all. Again, Duffy's back in the building. I don't know what Duffy's gonna bring, but she gonna bring it, baby. This is her time to shine. Another chance. Crazy, right? Jennifer is beautiful. Jennifer has always been beautiful. That's why it's hard to stay mad at pretty people. For your service, they cool now? Yeah, they cool for a show, girl. Hello, they cool for a show. Let me see if it comes up. Let's see if this comes up. So Evelyn's gone. So, it doesn't seem like Malaysia has anybody to have her back. And Duffy got an issue with Malaysia anyway. So, because, the whole situation that went down, and Malaysia wasn't feeling Duffy. She wasn't too nice with Duffy. She didn't like Duffy like that. So Duffy got something to prove, and Duffy's a big girl now, and she's grown. So you already know how the situation's going to be going down. And then you have the twins. Where are the twins at? I don't know where they went. They was up here. See, Jennifer's face is shrunken. The video that I showed you just a few minutes ago, her face is bigger. I mean smaller. Right here, look how big her face is right here. And the other video, her face is shrunken. Like, Lord have mercy. I wanted to get the twins. I don't know where the sisters at, Nora and Naya. I think they may have, Malaysia back. I don't know, because they kind of seem like they scary anyway. They talk a lot of ish online, but they ain't ready to step up to the plate. And when it comes to Brandy, she did a whole, this is the other Brandy. This is the other Brandy. Oh, where is she? Naya Noya. Oh, yeah, I must have erased all these things. So Malaysia's going to be beefing. Then she going to have Angel Brinks. Angel Brinks is going too. I wonder, I must have deleted everything, y'all. I must have deleted it all. So Malaysia's going to have a tough season. They want to fight with her. They want to take her out of her position. That's what's happening. They want to take Malaysia out of her position, but they don't know Malaysia ain't going to play no games with them. Malaysia ain't going to let nobody take no money out of their pocket. But, So now she's left hanging by herself. Yeah, she's gonna do Shawnee's dirty work, and Shawnee gonna come up there. Shawnee gotta be good now because Shawnee's engaged. You know what I'm saying? She's engaged to the pastor and everything, so she gotta be on her best behavior as well. She can't be out here acting up and acting a fool and being shady because she's representing a pastor now. So we ain't gonna see too much. I don't know where Angel Brinks went. She had her baby, but in any event, let me switch out of this. So yeah, so Jennifer is the it girl in the crew now. Jennifer is getting love, baby. Jennifer has been going through a whole lot of Basketball Wife. They were coming for her. Malaysia came for her. Shawnee came for her. Jackie came for her. You know, Evelyn Lozada done came for her. Now the new crew is in it with Jennifer. So Jennifer is feeling the love, baby. I don't know how much the love is gonna last. You know, it doesn't seem like Jennifer breath stinks because Duffy's all over her. So y'all tell me what y'all think about this situation. Tammy, my girl, she moved on from the foolishness. Yes, she did. Yes, she did. Yes, she did. I forgot her name. Is with a young man. Oh, Tammy Roman. Tammy Roman's with the young man. Yes, please like the video. Please like the video. I would appreciate it. So basically, you know, that's the situation. That's what I think that's it that I wanted to talk about. But the Wendy Williams situation was really like, we're watching some like, I wasn't there for Nina Simone when all this happened and you didn't have social media like you have it now. But we're watching, you know, probably some crazy stuff going on with Wendy Williams that is going to be a part of, you know, a biography, that's going to be part of a mystery if things ain't right. Hopefully Wendy Williams is well and they just doing this to get some money. But you guys tell me what you think about this situation. Tell me what you think. The phone lines are open. I think if you guys want to call and talk about any other topics, I have no problem with you guys calling. I took the banner off. Let me see. So that was something else I wanted to talk about too. That was getting under my skin. So I don't know what's going on over there in Ukraine, but I know that they're already going, you know, the gas company, and then they trying it. They're trying a whole lot. I think that's pretty much it. Yes, sir. That is really sad. The Wendy Houston situation, that just tore me up. And then Bobby Christina, like, Lord, like that was crazy. I was rooting for OG. I guess it's good if she left though. Yeah, she left. She left. She was waiting for the contract to be up and they couldn't wait for her contract to be up. And right now, you know, Evelyn is not on the show or whatever, but I believe they're going to let this drama, all these black ladies go back and forth at each other. And then boom, Evelyn's going to come back the next season because, you know, why wouldn't she? But basically a lot of people didn't want to watch the show because of Evelyn. You know, they was mad at Evelyn with the OG situation. Even some of Evelyn's deepest fans and things of that nature changed a lot of people's heart towards the show. And then the last season when OG putting up all the proof about them lying out here in these streets. Yes, Sheila Williams, he is cocky. He's cocky. Yes. I don't even know why Jussie Smollett is still doing this. Like, I don't know why he won't stop. Like, Lord have mercy. You don't got away with it, Jussie. Stop. You know, you didn't really get away with it, but you might not be facing no jail time. They're going to really throw the book at you this time. They're going to find all types of stuff. And how much is your pockets can go? Are you getting any acting gigs? Maybe he has a portfolio, but the things that... so much came out about Jussie Smollett in court. I was like, when I started watching Empire, I did not think that Jussie Smollett and the other one was going to end up the way that they ended up. It's Hollywood. Like, I don't know. You want your kids to be rich and successful, find another way other than Hollywood. For real, for real. Unless you're going to be there and you can't be brought because these kids, you know, face so much. The other one, what's his name? Bershad Gray, I think that's his name. Him and his wife being locked up, DUIs, all types of stuff. Like, yo, what happened on Empire? Like, yo, it's a tragic story for a lot of people on Empire, for real. Even Terrence Howard, he has so many scandals and things happening on his side. Now he's a total conspiracy theorist person. Like, he's really off left hill. You know, not saying that it's bad or anything, because sometimes you have to, you know, tune into what actually fits you. Everything ain't gonna fit everybody, you know what I mean? But I don't know. I think that's it. There was something else I wanted to talk about. But thank you guys so much for coming through. I really do appreciate each and every one of y'all. Please like, comment, subscribe, share the video. It'll be greatly appreciated from the bottom of my heart, my peeps, my peoples. And thank you guys tonight for the donations. I appreciate the donation, the super chats. May all you guys have a blessed night, and appreciate you. Appreciate each and every one of y'all. To my peeps and my peoples. Good night, everybody.